Loaded the app. Here I am. This is my personal value day change. Now remember, this isn't my main brokerage account. I actually prefer, well, I don't prefer to use Merrill Edge. I do prefer to use Charles Schwab, but I started with Merrill Edge because back in 2015 they offered a couple of free trades. Charles Schwab was late to the game, but now that they finally joined in, trading is absolutely free. You don't have to pay $7 or $10 or even $5 per trade, making it more accessible for people who otherwise would have no access, or they would have to give away about a year's of returns just because of these fees. So the fees are gone. It's absolutely free to trade. Right here is my stimulus check, that $2,240. That's that stimulus check. In March, I invested about $1,100, and we could see that it is completely doubled. I know we got the stimulus check a little bit after March, but I knew it was coming with high probability, so I just went ahead and invested it because I saw the market was down so much. Anyways, let's get to this tutorial of how to trade on Charles Schwab. I won't be placing any trades because I only buy stocks at a predetermined schedule, which is the 24th, my grandma's birthday. I can never forget that, so I invest every 24th. Real quick, if you want to check out your stocks, you just click right here. And you can see this is everything that I bought during the March lows. So got some Bank of America, some McDonald's, some Overstock, Snapchat, Starbucks, Disney, and Weight Watchers. If we click over here at gains and losses, you're going to see I have 101% returns, unreal returns. This is what happens when you invest when everyone is screaming the sky is falling. Indeed, the sky did fall, but we adapt. Bank of America, minus 1%. I actually only have $5 of it, right? So Bank of America is an exception. I bought it recently just to test the cool Charles Schwab feature where you could buy partial shares. I think they call it stock slices. McDonald's up 75%. Overstock up 3,000%. If only I invested a little bit more money, I would have been so much closer to becoming a millionaire within the next 10 years. But man, Overstock, what a wow. Basically, $50,000 invested into Overstock would have made you a millionaire. Snapchat up again, almost more than tripled. There's Starbucks, solid 72%. Disney, I invested into Disney when it was so low. It was about $80.01. Wow. The last time Disney was that cheap was probably 2013. And then, of course, Weight Watchers, I went in. So that's that. And let's move on to how to place a trade. And if you guys have any questions about why I bought these stocks or anything like that, I do have another video where I talk about my reasoning behind them. Now let's move on to trades. So real simple, there's the stocks and ETFs. Options, we stay away from those. That's gambling. Well, okay, it's not really gambling if you know what you're doing, but for the typical folk, and I consider myself typical folk, stay away from options. I buy my stocks and hold them for the most part. I do have a video on options trading. You can check that out, how it works. And then mutual funds. This is going to be important right here. Very important, especially for people who want to be as hands-off as possible. So stocks and ETFs, you just literally place your symbol. Let's type in VOO, the top 500 companies. Fetching results, there it is, $313. And you could place how many you want. Let's say I want 10,000. I don't have the money for 10,000. There's only like 47 cents in this account. And then finally, you would click review order. Obviously, it didn't let me do it because I don't have enough money. So, also I didn't push buy. Yes, you definitely want to push buy over here. So pushing buy, always click reinvest dividends. I am not about to invest $3.136.2 million. But if I were, this is how I would do it, and I would click market. Why market? Market buys it for what the price is currently. So when the market opens tomorrow, it would just buy it for the price that it is. Limit, you can put in what amounts you would stop buying it for. So with all of these buttons, you can decide, some of it's mostly for like selling, and you can choose the price value you want to buy it at. For example, you didn't want to buy this for $313, but you would be happy if it was 300. You could put that in as an order, and when it hits 300, if it drops to 300, you will buy it. I don't recommend doing that if you are trying to invest for the future, for the long haul. I just buy at the market, whatever it is. Hopefully next month it'll be a little bit lower, but again, we're also hoping that it'll be a little bit higher. So it's a win-win either way if the market goes down or the market goes up when investing for the long term. Now, if you're gambling, I mean, if you're day trading, that's different. You might want to put in a certain specific price. So that's how you buy an S&P 500 index. This is an ETF version of the index. Again, a lot of people get confused between ETFs and mutual funds and index funds. I think I just put a little pop-up for you to clarify how that all works. So really easy, literally took me 3 seconds to place an order. If I had $3.1 million, it would have let me go through with that. That's all. Let's move on to mutual funds. So mutual funds. The mutual fund that I like for Charles Schwab is SWPPX. This tracks the top 500 companies. This is the same thing as buying VOO under ETFs. The same thing. Now, again, mutual funds do work a little bit differently because it has money managers inside of it that buy and sell within it, and that's a whole other topic that's a little bit more complicated. But in the long haul, whether you're buying SWPPX or if you're buying VOO, it is not going to make a difference. You sweating over which one to choose, not going to make a difference. So when it comes to SWPPX, because it's a mutual fund, the cool thing about Charles Schwab is you are allowed to buy it in dollar amounts. Right, I have 47 cents. Shout out to Pro Era. If you guys listen to Pro Era, shout out to you. Capital Steez, rest in peace. So you can buy whatever amount you want. Let's see if it'll let me. There, you type in whatever amount. You want to invest $57, you can invest $57. You want to invest $1 million or $3.1 million, you could go ahead and do that. That's the cool part about mutual funds. Always reinvest both dividends and capital gains. I'm not sure why it says and capital gains. I really don't know what that means. Capital gains is just your stock prices increasing. How can you reinvest them unless you sell it? So very strange, but dividends is something that you get paid out on, and possibly there's a dividend link falling right now for you to check out about how dividends really work. But let's just cut to the chase. Reinvest dividends. For the last 40 years, the S&P 500, which is again what you're investing with SWPPX, 75% of the profit came from dividends. So click reinvest dividends. Do not collect the cash payout. Don't click this button is what I'm saying. Unless you're retired and you want to live off those dividends right now, don't do it. Reinvest both dividends and capital gains. Again, it takes years, maybe even decades, to get solid results off of collecting dividends, but reinvesting it, wow, it's going to turn into such a powerhouse that in 30 years, you're going to look back, in 20 years, 10 years, and you're going to see some fantastic results. Even if the market goes down, those dividends are going to be working for you automatically. Wow, the 21st century is amazing when it comes to building wealth, even without owning your own business. It's just wow. It's so much more accessible to hit like real wealth, which of course is nothing without health and all of that. Spiritual well-being, we need that. Mental health, physical health. I mean, mental and physical is all connected. Off topic. Reinvest those dividends. Let's see if I can see those stock slices. Yep, there they are. They give you a little tutorial. Close that. And finally, this is the top 500 companies. This is the S&P 500, which actually is 503 companies, not 500. The more you know. You can invest in any of these. And notice, let's just say, let's pick one at random. Let's pick Apple. $115.08. You don't have, no, you know what? Forget Apple. Let's pick Amazon. Where's Amazon? Because that one has an absurdly high stock price that I know not everyone can afford. Let's scroll down to Amazon. I have AMD, by the way. That's a great dividend paying stock. There's Amazon right there. That number really stands out. $3,195.69. Do you want to buy it? Well, if you have $5, you could buy it. See, it's now added to your list. I believe, what do you click next? I don't really remember what you click next. Again, this is the first time I'm using Charles Schwab on, oh, it's making me review my order here. This is my first time using Charles Schwab on, what's that called? An app. I'm pretty old school when it comes to trading. I do it on my laptop. So, either way, this is how you do it. I think, it's good to go. You just push select and done. No, that's not it. Well, regardless, tinker around there. What the? Oh, now there's 502 symbols because I am using one of them. That's cool. So if you click more, maybe that'll do it. No, that didn't do it. Maybe markets. Nope, it's trade. There it is. So this is, no, that's not it. Stocks and ETFs. Well, regardless, I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Of course, this is not a waste of time. If you liked this video, comment and all that good stuff. Subscribe, share this with your friends who believe investing is difficult. It's not, unless you're trying to buy those stock slices. Why do they make that so difficult? Either way, you now know how to trade ETFs. You know how to trade, what else? ETFs, you know how to do mutual funds, and in the ETF area, you can also, oh, there we go. I think you just see quote details. Is this it? Add to order. Okay. Yeah, not really sure. I'm kind of new to the stock slices phenomenon, but yeah. Not too difficult to use this, but let's say you want to buy Amazon for real right here. Real quick, I'll show you how to buy an individual stock. Click it in. There you go, Amazon, and you can go ahead and purchase however many shares you want to. Pretty self-explanatory, not as difficult as this stock slices. I actually bought some from my cousin using stock slices, and it took me a minute to figure it out. So I guess it's not my first time using the app. I did use it once in the past. But they say it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm having a little bit of trouble right here. But that's okay. I think you guys got the moral of the story. If again, I could spend some time figuring it out. I'm sure I'll get it within the next like 2 minutes. But I'm not gonna spend this video clicking around. I just wanted to be straight to the content. And if you like, subscribe. All right, I'm out. I think I got that subscribe from Brandman Sean. That guy is wild. All right, I'm out for real.